guys planning what their kids gonna do for college. We're gonna build hospitals and Most High sent us here for that, man. All right, the prophets, man. We're set up to what? To prophesy against Babylon, man, the sinful kingdom. Okay, this place has exalted itself, man. It's drunk with the blood of the saints. Matter of fact, let me get that. Revelation, the 18th chapter. Revelation chapter 18, verse 15. The merchants of these things, which were made rich by her, because if I pan the camera, you'll see a melting pot of a whole bunch of different nations here. The land of opportunity. Well, it was at times past, not anymore. Okay, especially when that's another thing, it's trade war. It's killing the dollar. Right? It's hurting farmers. A lot of companies, FedEx, a lot of American companies had to cut a lot of their workforce because they had this whole trade war going on, especially with China, man. And also with Europe as well. I think they have lifted the ban with Mexico and China, not Mexico and Canada. Because he realized how dumb and stupid that is, man. Bringing this word out. Imagine that all these people gonna be missing food, man. All of it, man. Everybody calm now. How is this place gonna look a couple of months from now? How this place, we still here, gonna look a year from now, man? It's gonna be this calm? I seriously doubt it, man. Okay? And you got more and more people having dreams, man. Heathens as well as Israelites. Or what's about to happen, right? It's all doom and gloom, nothing good. See, but the Most High y'all have those dreams, especially you heathens, and you still in America, man. Because He put you here for judgment, man. Revelation chapter 18, verse like it says, and the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear for torment, weeping and wailing. They're going to cry. These other heathen nations, when they see America go up in flames, right? By nuclear fire. That's how this place can go out, which is called the second death. Alright, there's no such thing as burning in no ground called hell. There's no such thing, man. Alright? That's foolishness. And the scripture says to stay away from those Jewish fables. Okay, that's Greek mythology, man. Hades and God of the underworld. That's not in the Bible, man. Right? Because the word there is Gehenna, which was a place in Jerusalem where they burned bodies in trash, man. Okay? And that's talking about what? The impending destruction. We're reading it right now. It says, and saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, like we just read about Aaron. But America has decked itself off the blood of slaves, man. It says, for 1 hour, so great riches has come to naught. It's going to take the Lord and the missiles 1 hour, right, for all 50 states to go up in fire, man. Christ saying, the smoke of a burning, what city is like unto this great city? They shall cast dust upon their heads and cry, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, where we have made rich all that hardships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour she is made desolate. 1 hour, man. This is going to take the Most High just 1 hour. 60 minutes, man. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone. No, verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets. For the Most High have avenged you on her, man. Okay? Because some brothers are going to die. But the scripture says the dead in the Mashiach shall rise first. You're going to get resurrected. Because some of the 1/3 is going to die. St. John the Revelator did say, let me get that, Revelation the 20th chapter. Let me get that. Revelation chapter 20. Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw thrones. And this cuts that rapture doctrine. That the Lord is going to secretly come back. Rapture the church before the tribulation. The scripture don't say that. It says after the tribulation of those days, then the sign of the Son of Man going to come. Alright? After the tribulation, after Jacob's trouble. Because the elect going to be in the midst of the tribulation. And some of the elect going to die. I'm going to read it, man. Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witnesses of Yahawashi, and for the word of the Most High, which had not worshipped the beast, who is NATO, okay, which is a system, neither his image. And what's his image? Democracy. Right? Above all, his new world order. Okay? That's his image, man. Especially right now. That's what they're trying to implement. Okay? You got to bow down to the image of his philosophy. That's what they're spreading throughout the four corners of the earth, is that wicked ass democracy. Alright? Which pretty much gives you the liberty and license to break the laws of the Heavenly Father. That's what democracy truly is. It's not the strength or rule of the people. Because you people, you don't control the damn thing. Okay? I forgot the person who said it. If voting actually worked, they would have made it illegal, man. Okay? Which I believe this month they had the Bohemian Grove over there in California. They're real hush-hush about it now. In times past, they used to announce it. That's where they select your presidents, man. And that's where they plan out what they're going to do for the rest of the year. That's the council of the elite. Matter of fact, let's get it. Isaiah 29, verse 15. Let's get these precepts. Isaiah 29, verse 15. It's the council of the wicked elite. Isaiah 29, verse 15. Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahawah and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? That's what they say, man. And their secret counsels, man. Who seeth us and who knoweth us? Number one, the Most High sees you. His angels see you, and the men of the Lord see you, man. You even got whistleblowers in your own people that's bringing certain things out, man. Because that's a kingdom divided against itself. See? They say, who seeth us and who knoweth us, man? The secret counsel of the wicked, man. So like I said, you know, they over there, with their demonic counsels and what they're going to do. But you got a lot of things that's happening outside their plans, man. Because you guys don't control anything. You get in the book of Daniel, the 4th chapter. Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. And this is what y'all going to find out. This is what the world about to find out. Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This is the matter by the decree of the watchers, and that the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth over it the basis of men. Most High rules in the kingdom of men. Okay? And the scripture says the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, as the rivers of water eternal whithersoever you go. Okay? So the Most High set y'all up, and in due time, in due season, this is that due season, he's about to bring down Esau. Okay? Not just Esau, but his dwelling places. The chief dwelling place is America. Like I said, prepare for more earthquakes, prepare for more disasters, man-made and natural. Okay? The Most High is about to shake this place, which he already has. Each day, each month, it's going to get worse. And I even saw the moon last night. It was astounding, man. Okay? That's another sign of the time, man. It says signs in the sun and signs in the moon.
I know.
Matter of fact, let me get that. Ecclesiastes chapter 43. Ecclesiastes chapter 43, verse 5. It says, great is the Lord that made it, and has commanded it, it running hastily. He made the moon also concerning a season, and for a declaration of times, and a sign of the world. For the one to bring out. Moon is a declaration of times. Okay? That's why you had a lot of blood moons, man. And solar moons. Blood moons. Okay? We had a lot of blood moons in the past couple of years. A lot of solar eclipses that happened in South America the other day. Also happened in America in 2017. That's signs in the sun, signs in the moon. It's not just for seasons and time. No, it's also a sign of the world. Right now, the scripture tells you don't get involved in astrology because we lost that knowledge. It goes into the tree of life, you're going to eat it. Right? But the Most High did leave certain secrets there for us. Get the book of Genesis. Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 1 verse 14. And the Most High said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let there be for signs. Okay? Alright, omens, what's about to come, man. Alright? So we're seeing a lot of blood moons because that's what's coming here, man. How was America built? The scripture calls it that bloody city. And according to the Bible, how do you cleanse blood? With more blood. Alright? Again, book of Numbers. Numbers chapter 35. Numbers chapter 35. Verse Numbers 35:33. So it shall not pollute. So this place is polluted, it's contaminated, it's abominable, man. Right? It's filthy. Right? So it shall not pollute the land wherein For blood it defileth the land, and that land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Okay? So the only way you can cleanse this land, you have to shed the blood of those who shed it. And Esau will come and say that he wasn't here, he wasn't responsible for the acts of his fathers. Well, the scriptures got you covered as well. Right? There's no escaping judgment. See, the fear of the Lord is not taught. But you people gonna fear, man. Just like after the Most High got through with them Egyptians, them Canaanites already knew who the Israelites were, man. They already knew, man. Alright? They heard the great works. Matter of fact, let me get that. Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 18. Jeremiah 32:18. It says, Thou showest loving kindness unto thousands, and recompense the iniquity of the fathers into the bosom of their children after them. Alright? That's how the Most High pays you back. Because in actuality, you are your fathers coming back. Okay? Some taskmasters and enslaved masters are back in this generation. Scripture says there's nothing new under the sun. That's another mystery in the scriptures. It's reincarnation.
It's 15 minutes.
It's another mystery that people can't see. Which is plain as day, man. Reincarnation in the scriptures. I'm going to read a precept in the book of Revelation in a second. In fact, let me get it. Might be in Jude, actually. So Jude said this, Jude chapter 1, verse 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though he once knew this, alright, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. So, Scripture says we once knew this. Okay? That's why it also said, let me get the book of Revelation. Revelation chapter 1. Revelation chapter 1 verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, chariots, UFOs, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. So the guys who pierced him on the cross, they gonna see him. But how they gonna see him if they're not reincarnated? How? You're a prophet in this life. You're a prophet in your past life, man. Alright? You were a demon now. You were a demon back then. That's just your life. If you were Edomite now, you were Edomite in the past. You don't come back as another nation. You come back in your life. Everybody comes back in their life. Just like them two guys who pierced the Lord, they're coming back in their life. They're probably generals or captains in the military. You see? The Lord won't pay you guys a visit. So I'm going to read that precept out again. Revelation chapter 1. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. They also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, oh my. Everybody's going to cry, except for the elect, when the Son of Man comes. That's when you had that Ephraimite girl shooken up after she had a vision, a dream of the Lord coming. And the Lord put the Spirit on her to say, he's coming, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming for his people. She said, get out, man. Okay? Get out of the ways and the philosophies of America. She says, come out of for my people. Okay? Because if you don't come out of them, you just read in Revelation 18th chapter, what's going to happen? Lord is coming quickly. Right? The kingdom of heaven is at the door, man. Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of from my people, and ye be not partakers of the sins, and it receive not of the plagues. What's the chief plague? Nuclear destruction. He annihilated by those missiles. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High remembered her iniquities, what she did to our people, and what she's still doing. You just had this pride parade, that wicked ass parade, man. The Lord should have brought judgment on y'all for that, man. But he is, okay? He's just saving you, man. Okay? Prolong you for something bad, man. Alright? Most High, man. See? Matter of fact, there's a scripture on it. See? Yahawashi al-Shah. Prolonging your life for judgment, man. Because, matter of fact, there's a scripture. Let me get that. Ecclesiastes 8:11. Ecclesiastes 8:11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil, man. That's why you got all these squares out here, man. Because why? Let me read it again. Because judgment against what? It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. And it happened to them right away. They didn't get judged. So they kept on doing it. You see? But the scripture says the Most High is slow to anger, man. See? When he gets angry, that's it, man. Ain't no saving you, man. The scripture says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Heavenly Father, man. It's fearful, man. Like I said before, these people, they don't fear the Lord, man. Okay? They got that demon called pride on them, man. And the scripture says, the book of Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter, that pride wasn't made for man. Alright? Your righteousness is as a filthy rag. So how can you be proud? The critical Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 10. Verse 18, it says, pride is not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of women. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 18. they that love him are honorable plant. They that regard the law, they that regard not the law are dishonorable seed. And they transgress the commandments are deceivable seed, man. That goes into the 2/3, man. Because Esau was created to be a deceivable seed, so I can't be talking about him. He can't keep the commandments, even if he wanted to. You got the so-called Jew got control of the land of Israel. They got their rabbis, and they still don't keep the law, man. All right. So it says, verse 20. Among brethren, he that is chief is honorable. So are they that fear the Lord in his eyes, man. Start to fear the Lord. Okay? Fear the Lord equals what? Wisdom. Okay? That's what the fear of the Lord equals, man. The fear of Yahawashi equals wisdom, man. It says, read on down. The fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority, but toughness, but roughness and pride